Hey, it's 7 p.m. and let's see, Boogie with the Bull. Thursday Night Live is live. I got to take care of a technical issue that we screwed up. People got sent the wrong link, so everybody's going to, if you're going to be on the broadcast, come to the broadcast right now on the Dave Globin profile and give me just a second and you will have the right link. Okay. W-A-G-P. So give me that. Let me send that. So let me see. Hang on just a second. We'll get this right. The wonders of modern technology, as you can see. There it is. It's on the screen right now. And give me just another moment to get over here. We won't use that because we're already live. And we were in the middle of trying to do something when someone got the wrong link. So give me just a minute here. No, can't have that. This modern technology, it's such a wonderful thing. One of these days we'll get it. We'll get it right. We'll get that going. All right, let's see. Are we live? We are live. We have a group chat. We have a group chat. So if you're on Facebook and you're watching, go to the Dave Globin profile, click down on the post that says we are live, and you will see us. Although Facebook, you're killing me. We were live, we were going, everything was fine, and then it looked like it froze, so I don't really know. Jerry Michaels will be on his way in a moment, so I don't know what's happening. We're just running. We're just having fun. Anyway, we're live on the Dave Globin profile on Facebook. We're live on the Boogie with the Bull Boogie with the Bull group over there on YouTube, and we are embedded on the Boogie with the Bull group over on Streetlock, although you cannot be part of the live chat. So take it from there. Another exciting day outside. I don't know if it's a tie score or somebody is winning the Israeli Hamas war. Personally, I wish they would both just sit down and work it out and try to get it resolved. But as everybody says, they've been doing it for a million years, and they're probably going to do it for a million more. So don't look for any end soon. And if it does end soon, it'll probably just open up in the United States because they're all here asleep, just waiting to get the order. So if you were in the link group and you got sent a link, you did get it was missing one letter. So if you're hearing me, go to come into the live chat on my profile, and it's on the screen, streamyard.com/5King Zebra Adam Sam William Adam George 9 Paul. It's right there. It's on your screen, and come join us. Like I said, Jerry Michaels will be sent late. William, I can't do that. We had a technical problem on this end, and you got the link wrong. So if you want to be on the broadcast, come into the live chat on the Dave Globin profile. The link is on the screen. Copy it there. That's all I can say. I have a group. I send them out in. I did send the wrong link. I did mistype it in the group, and I believe I fixed it in the group chat and sent it out. Let me just take a quick look. I believe I fixed it in the group chat. Yes, I fixed it in the group chat. It's the one that says it's the last link sent. It was sent out at 7 o'clock. So if you're in the link group, you can get it from there. If not, take it off the screen, and we'll get you in here. I don't know who will be joining me today. We did send links out. William Rayfield is going to be here momentarily. Jerry is down in southern central Florida, and his internet may be cloudy tonight, so he may not get it. I see William Grant is watching. I don't know if the usual gang of everybody, Jen Woodruff and everybody else, will be here. Invites were sent out, and if they're not, well, sometimes you just do what you can do. I do want to congratulate everybody who watched Boogie with the Bull Tuesday night live. We hit a record 112 112 people were watching, I believe, with 126 comments entered during the broadcast. As of last check, now that my phone and Facebook are synced together, regardless of what device they're on, it appears that we have 201 total live views for Tuesday, which is a record. But then again, remember, Facebook still has time to take some away from us. But I've checked on my groups lately, and it looks like our groups are functioning pretty well. We still have some restrictions that just won't go away. But other than that, we're doing our best. So, Randy Rhodes, if you see the link on your screen and you want to come in, you are welcome to join us. Anybody else, you're more than welcome to come in and help me save the effort. Don't want to do really any Facebook bashing today. Really just want to talk about what is going on in the world, what people heard is going on in the world today, what people think is going on in the world today, and then just see whatever else comes out of our mouths for those of us who are going to be here tonight. So if anyone wants to join, the link is there, and you can try taking the link, and you're more than welcome to come on, and we'll see how it's going. The weather has been kind of crappy here in Florida the last few days, where it's been kind of overcast. I don't know if it rained outside today. I actually didn't look outside. But it's in that period where it rains almost every day in Florida. It's supposed to rain almost every day. Back when I used to say there's a 4 p.m. chance of rain today. That's where we are right now. I don't think it was raining at 4 o'clock, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. You just kind of roll with it and do what we can. So we'll see if we can get anyone with us, and if we can't, then like I said, I will thank everybody for at least trying to tune in and catch something or get the live chat going with me, and we'll do that immediately following this broadcast. Whether we make it to 9 o'clock Eastern or not, go over to Blog Talk Radio, and tune in to Wolverine's Freedom Radio. That's William J. Bernard here on Facebook. And listen, and you can call in. It's radio. You can't watch it. You have to listen, and you can call in. He's a good guy. And if you get a chance, go over there and share him the love. blogtalkradio.com. And like I said, it's Wolverine's Freedom Radio. Good evening, Larry Burns, coming in from Canada. So we're international tonight. We're actually international tonight. My excuse for not having anything to go with tonight. It's time to do the thing.
Oh, come on, stop. I'm really not that full
It's time to do the other thing. Now. The first thing was Jen Woodruff is here. The second thing was to turn the speakers on in case anybody talks at me.
You're so funny. Hi.
I did that with somebody the other day, and I think we went 15, 20 minutes before I realized that it was my speakers that were turned off.
Oh, that's funny.
Because I forget that. When I'm reading stuff, I just turn my speakers off in case I hit anything and people don't have to hear anything. Delilah, what are you doing?
Is your dog okay?
She's you want to come up and say hello? You want? Come here. Come here. Come here, really. I'm sorry. Just come here a minute. This is our executive producer, Delilah Pootsie Butters Rogers Cloven.
Oh my gosh. Very cute.
We named her Delilah after the Love Songs radio lady.
Uh-huh.
And we got her from a family, and I forget how old the youngest was, and she decided to name her Pootsie Butters because that's what young kids do when it comes to
That's what they do, yeah. That's funny. That's cute.
Yep. So that's what happens when they get a chance to name their dogs. Calvin
Awesome.
McMillan is with us from somewhere in the United States. William Branch is with us from someplace in the United States. And Larry Burns is with us because I guess people in Canada have to watch stupid people in the United States.
Lovely.
Well, Jen's not stupid. I am.
Thanks. Oh, stop, Dave.
But,
So
what
how
is
you doing?
new? What is new and exciting in the world of homeschooling and meme making and
Yeah. Oh, it's just busy. It's really busy. Someone got a cough. And this is my biggest thing today. And I'm so frustrated. Of course, with the border open, but these people are embedded and they're like, Mom, it didn't start from someone in Mexico. I'm like, I don't care where it started. Cover your mouth when you cough. So I'm so pale. I have so much makeup on and it doesn't matter because I'm just pale. Everyone's coughing, everyone's sick. I'm not sick. I will not get sick. I'm
okay.
making chicken soup like you will not believe. But I'm just pale. And so
Well,
I am frustrated about how the stupid thing travels or how we share the I have allergies as it is, but this
yep.
is crazy and it's like ragweed season and they're bringing these pumpkins in. I'm like, get that stinking thing out of here. Oh my gosh. So I don't know if we have allergies. There he is,
There he
Raymond.
is. There he is, all the way from I think it's Tennessee.
It's
Is
a
it Tennessee
secret.
still?
Undisclosed. I think it is.
From an undisclosed location.
All the way
Yes.
from an undisclosed location somewhere on planet Facebook. And,
I'm in God's country.
you're in God's. Oh, that's good. Okay,
Right.
that's right. I'm the fun one. We get new members in our groups all the time, and sometimes one will message me just to say hello and chat over stupid stuff. So they always ask me where I'm from, and it really bothers me when they do that because I figure they haven't read my profile. So I always apologize to people if you see me on Messenger and you go to get me on Messenger and you ask me where I'm from and I say my mother, please do not be upset. Because at 61 years old, my mother still acknowledges that I did in fact come from her.
That's important. Okay.
All right, moving right along.
Hi.
Jerry Michaels is with us, and our dogs are kind of going through, the big dogs are kind of going through bouts of barking all of a sudden. And if they do, my mic will be turned off. And if my mic is turned off for most of the broadcast, you might hear somebody else talk for a change. So we'll start in the upper right-hand corner with Jen. We'll drop down to William. We'll go over to Jerry. And then it will be my turn and we'll go around again. But for now, I'm going to turn my mic off.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jen, the homeschooling mom. And I'm doing the best I can to save my little piece of the country. And I hope you are too. Carry on.
And I'm Ray, host of the Patriots Lab. And once again, it's a pleasure to be here with Dave, Jerry, and Jen, the homeschooling mom. Look forward to a great show.
Awesome. And now it's Jerry's turn. His mic is off. So on another note, did you see I won't even call him that. Did you see
He's
the
not going to hear
resident?
me. He's not going to hear me tell him that his mic is off because my mic was off.
Oh, that's funny. I wanted to know if you all saw the resident coughing, like in this massive coughing fit. He couldn't control it. And I'm thinking, buddy, you got pneumonia. You need some antibiotic. Hopefully they took care of that. But I thought, is this the end of him? Fix
Didn't you
it.
get a shot for that?
I don't know. I got shots for everything and nothing's worked yet. I thought that was the COVID shot. I don't know. But anyhow, I don't know. There's talks of them removing him. And it's going to be so earth shattering. I don't know if he's going to pass out coughing and they're going to have to remove him or if they're seriously going to unseat him. But it's like the earth will stand still when this happens. And I'm like, okay, bring it on. We're good. We can do this. So I don't know if you heard anything else about that, or the coughing fit, or are they hiding it? Did he get COVID? Because I know that Dr. Jill had it,
Yeah.
and he has had the mask on lately, so perhaps they do. I don't know. Not that I care. I just want to see him replaced, removed, replaced.
The last
I
thing
don't
I
know.
saw with him was, I guess he was at a rally, a Biden rally recently, and I guess someone charged the stage and tore down banners, I guess, as he was speaking. And I guess before he realized what was going on, I think Dr. Jill was standing right next to him. I guess in case they might have had to walk him off. And then the other one I watched recently was he got off a plane. I think it was when he was in Israel. He got off the plane. He walked over and shook someone's hand and then said, "What do I do now?" or "Where do I go now?" Like he didn't know. He didn't have his Biden cue card in his hand, letting him know what he needed to do. I personally don't think that we will see him removed because the Democrat Senate isn't going to impeach him. I don't know what the rhinos will do, but they're not going to vote to impeach him because basically, as everybody says, we need a buffoon to be
Push
their
all
president,
this garbage through.
right now. That doesn't mean that I don't wish him ill health. I don't want to see him pass away.
Of course.
I don't want to see. There's a lot of things that I don't want to see. I just don't want to see him at the White House anymore.
Right.
And you remember when you posted that picture that was Trump's jet parked
Right.
in the Rose Garden at the
Yes.
White House, and it had to be you wanted people to caption it, and
Right.
I put nothing's going to stop Trump. He just pulled up. His White House is now Trump Force One, and he's okay. Biden can stay in the White House until he's done. Just turn the power off and send him gone.
He'll take care of all business yeah. That's awesome. We should change that. One of the groups, the homepage of one of the groups, we should put that on there. I'll try to do that. Oh, look, there's
I put
Izzy.
this up
Hi,
on the
Izzy.
screen because this is a very special lady, Izzy Wilshire.
Yeah.
And she has a. Oh God! I apologize, Izzy, but my dementia has gotten to the point where they put me on cognitive stuff starting tomorrow, and I honestly can't. It's. I feel so bad, Jen. What's the name of her group?
Yeah. I
What
don't
is
know. I forgot.
You don't know the name of
No, I love her to pieces. No, she
It's
just
Patriot something. I know
She's
that.
got you. I
I
know.
feel so bad. Izzy's
Don't
never going
worry.
to watch again.
I know. Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean,
No, one of them is a flight attendant's lounge, and that's awesome. And she's like been chasing this dream like
God,
ferociously, and she got it. And that's why she doesn't
did.
come on these shows. She
did.
doesn't have access to a camera and microphone and everything when she's up in the air. So it's awesome. She's chased her dream and she's there. The other one, I believe, is the I thought it was the Patriot Lounge, but I think they just changed it, and that's where I'm falling short. So sorry.
Patriot Lounge. Yeah, that's what it was. I know that it was a Patriot Lounge 1776.
Right.
Or 1776 2.0. I think it was both.
Yeah, they changed it. I don't know why, and I don't
archived and a new one came out. But like it says on the screen, it's okay, Dave. I've been working lots of trips, so
awesome. She's been busy too.
I apologize.
Yeah.
I'll make better notes. I'll get an executive producer.
So I have this meme. I have to put up my fourth meme of the day, and it's one with Forrest Gump saying, "And just like that, the Dems or the sanctuary cities don't want any more immigrants or don't want any more diversity or something like that." And I thought that was cute, and I loved the show that you did yesterday on the Patriots lab. It was awesome. Ray William did it. Ray
William did it.
It was awesome.
Please don't credit me for the Patriots Lab. I've been a guest on there lots of times, and I love it. But William Rayfield is the host.
He had this clip on there, and these immigrants are illegal immigrants, mind you. They're there and they're shown where they're going to stay, and they've got like cots. And I just learned how to talk cool. He says they got 3 hots and a cot. I mean, you got a hot meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you got a place to sleep. And then nicely folded on the cot, you have a blanket and a pillow, or you can go sit out on the street. And they feel slighted. They want to be put in a hotel where they've got a television and they've got more privacy. They don't like being stacked or put in this place where they're like what is it, toe to head. It's just, it's a lineup of cots. And we're like, oh my gosh, beggars cannot be choosers.
If you don't like it, go home.
I know. I think some of them are. I don't know which South American country they were from. They were either from Venezuela or Argentina.
But
I don't know, but either way, go home.
Jen,
If you had a better
get
corner.
thrown off of Facebook for saying this, but if you really don't like it here, go find one of your patriots is the wrong word, but one of your brethren or something, and have them. I can't even. Why?
Amigos.
I'm going to say throw you off a building, but
No, they're not gay. No, amigos. They treat everyone terrible. At that certain religion, it treats everyone terrible, and they throw people off the building. But they wouldn't throw Mexicans off the building. I'm just saying, go back to South America to your fellow amigos, and that is not being racial. It's just honest. Where did Jerry go? I feel bad.
You know what?
His internet.
Can I interject when you're done?
Yeah, go ahead, William.
I always like playing devil's advocate, especially after I took one side. I like going over to the other side. I like being able to bring both sides of the argument to
excellent.
the table.
Yeah.
But I had to think of it this way too, because I had a good conversation, and I did a good show today.
Good.
I went back to what Kamala Harris said. I went back to the root cause of it all. So when we look at all these scenarios, even with the migrant scenarios that we're just talking about right now, once you've been fed steak, you do not want to go down to hot dogs. Okay? Well, once they've promised you steak and they fed you steak and potatoes and broccoli with cheese over it and all that, once they've given you that type of lifestyle and you got accustomed to living that way,
right?
Now you want to be an American, you want to live here in America. Now you're going to see how they treat Americans. They're going to lie to your ass. So they're going to lie to you to get you to do what they want you to do. And then they just gonna be done with you. And now they're experiencing the real American way because they were lied to and they were given a sense of luxury that they thought they were gonna maintain for a longevity period of time. Well, come to find out, it's a different day, and they're realizing that shit, and they don't like it.
Right.
So I don't blame them because human nature takes over. They feel they're being spited now.
Right.
Oh, so who's really to blame? This administration. Everything goes back to this administration.
Right. Even New York, Hochul, she said, we were going to give them all work papers, but now we are not. And I remember AOC was there, and she's not even a representative she's probably a representative, but her spot is in the squad in DC. And so she heads over to New York while all these migrants are getting off buses or planes or wherever this last slew came from. And she's yelling, we're going to get you work papers. And the people of New York are saying, can we have work papers? We're already here, And she's like, we're going to get everyone work papers. And then Hochul comes out today, who is the governor of the state. And she's like, the Constitution won't let me give you work papers. And I thought, oh, you're going to start paying attention to the Constitution now. Well, good for you. Too bad we're not, we've broken every other law, including opening the border. You can't do that.
Right.
That's an invasion. And they
That's right.
changed the words. Oh, it's not an invasion anymore. It's, I don't know what they called it, but they just changed the word if it looks
It's a
illegal.
humanitarian crisis.
It's a humanitarian crisis. And when you cross the border and you get welcomed and you get your job and you get your first paycheck, when you go to Walmart and shop, the best, I'm telling all of my criminal alien friends, the best meat at Walmart is the package that says 100% imitation something. Steak.
You get all that stuff and leave the real stuff for us. Oh my gosh, Dave, that's silly.
I don't even think we get the real stuff anymore. It scares me because I see these videos. Well, I was watching videos all the time. I haven't seen very many of them lately about what they're doing. I guess they're taking. It almost looks like they're taking pink slime, freeze drying it, making it look like a steak, and putting it in a package and sending it out.
And more people get cancer.
Izzy said it's a planned invasion. You already know, girl.
Oh, she is one smart lady. I wish I could get her on one night.
I'm not trying to take no credit away from her, but you didn't have to be the brightest bulb in the box to realize that this was when, dude, they was doing something that didn't make no sense at all to the average. It didn't make sense.
No,
it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. So we knew there was an ulterior motive because they were deliberately doing something that they knew was against the sovereignty of our country. This was something that they knew they was deliberately doing wrong on purpose. So why? There has to be an ends to justify their means. And they had us thinking for a minute it was for an election base, but I'm tending to think it wasn't for an election base.
Well,
that's just me.
It was to take a country back but they had to have. I mean, I still think they had to have an election base. I mean, they had to have a base of voters because if they cheated in I like to say it this way. If they cheated in 2016 and Trump won because they didn't really want Clinton to win, then they cheated in 2020 because they didn't want Trump to come back. They've already planned how they were going to cheat in 2024, both for the White House and the Congress and whatever governors they may or may not have. But sometimes I think they lay these plans out so far in advance that the next event happens and they don't kind of look around and see how Biden is slipping to like dead last in the polls. I mean, I even think Joe Biden is beating Joseph Biden.
I mean, don't people realize most of these people that came over here is middle-aged, young, fighting
army men? Yeah.
Don't they understand? I mean, right now we got with active and reserve, we have 2.4 million, 1.8 million active, 1.3 million reserve. They've allowed over 10 million to come over here. Let's just play the numbers game and take half of that as being middle-aged fighting men, 5 million. They got us outnumbered right there. 3-1, 2-1. Yeah. They got us outmanned right there. And these ain't American men. And I don't put nothing bad on American men, but you see the way they've been feminizing American men for the past couple of years. You see the way they've been taking the masculinity away from men. These men that's coming, they done walked through jungles, some barefoot. They done grew up kicking rocks. These is men. These is men.
Right.
And you know what they're gonna do to our little drags and whatever we got, men that are converted to whatever they wanted to convert to?
Push
Oh,
them out
we in
windows.
trouble, man.
Yeah, push them out
And
windows.
that ain't including the Chinese. That ain't including the Bruce Lees out there. I'm trying to tell you how many Chinese restaurants they got implanted around this country.
Oh, they're going to open
We
a
got
whole
3
lot
Chinese
more.
restaurants in my neighborhood.
They're going to open a whole lot more.
Hey, only thing they got to do is give the word, and people better stop eating Chinese food. As much as us Americans love some Chinese food, we better learn to go on a Chinese food diet. I'm just trying to tell you. See, we want to be friendly to everybody. We want to think everybody's our friend. We want to. This is serious. This is different nationalities trying to take over America. You think these nationalities that have built up their race over in this country over a multitude of years have just come over because they casually want to come to America and there's nothing behind any of it? Oh man. I got a bridge I want to sell you in my bedroom.
In an undisclosed location.
In an undisclosed location.
The undisclosed bridge in the undisclosed location. Izzy Wilshire's group is American Patriots. And I make notes for myself all the time throughout the day now. And I basically, honestly, I used to could just say Izzy Wilshire and the name of her group would pop right off my tongue. So
Right.
I apologize profusely. Matter of fact, I'll go grab the link to it tomorrow because I'm sure I'm in it. And if I'm not, I'll join it. And I will make sure we pass it around. Also, don't forget, after this broadcast, don't know how late this is going to go, but after this broadcast, look up blogtalkradio.com. blogtalkradio.com. And the program is at 9 o'clock Eastern. It's 7 o'clock New Mexico time, but 9 o'clock Eastern is Wolverines Freedom Radio. It's William J. Bernard. He is actually the person who started the MAGA News Nation group, but ended up in a severe Facebook jail, and the group didn't have an admin. And Rita Harmon, who rescued it and then brought me in, so he started it. There are about 200 of the 300 or so members of his gang that know, but he's a really good guy. So Blog Talk Radio, it's Wolverines Freedom Radio. It's radio, so you have to listen to it, and you can call in. It's not live video. It's not live video, but make sure that you go at least go listen to it and call them and tell them that you like them. Don't tell them where you heard about it. Just say you heard about it on the undisclosed broadcast.
Okay.
We'll,
Wow.
I got a question for you, Jen.
Yes.
Do you notice how every group almost now in this country is able to march except American Patriots? Do you realize that the Palestinians are able to march?
Yeah.
The Israelis is able to march. The gays is able to march. The whoever's is able to march. But you get out there with some mega gear on and the red, white, and blue.
Terrorist? Oh, I know.
You going to jail, and I'm one of them, so I can speak on it.
Or the police. Yeah, the police and the mega were the terrorists. I wanted to know first of all, the clip that you had yesterday, we were watching these immigrants be so disgraced and degraded by being offered these beautiful cots with like a blanket and a pillow, and they didn't like it. Do you know where that was? Was that in San Francisco?
That was in New York. That was in that was over at the not the Row Hotel. That was over at the Roosevelt.
Oh, yeah, they destroyed that. Oh my gosh. But San Francisco is beautiful. Did you see what they did to it? It's gorgeous. There was a meeting all day yesterday. They were meeting. It was Gavin Newsom, and he cleaned it up before she and Biden got there.
That's
And he
not
said,
San Francisco no more. That's a China annex. What do you
Yeah.
call a portion of a
Chinatown annex.
university? Yeah, what do you call a portion of the university that's off in another state but it's still affiliated? It's the Chinese annex now.
oh.
They let them. You see all the
I
Chinese
don't-
flags out there.
And yeah, the billboards to make Xi feel comfortable. Who cares? It's not your country. And then Biden's there, and everywhere Biden went, when he went on his tour last month, everywhere he went, he was like, "Is Xi here? Is Xi here? Oh my God, I've never seen such a thing." What is he?
This is the type of person I am. When I seen them people marching and I seen them flags, and this is me because I almost threw up.
Yeah.
No, I because I lay in my bed and I was flipping through the news, and one of the news, I was like, "What's going on?" And they was like, Gavin Newsom welcome, and I'm looking in it, and a sickening feeling came over me, just a dark hole, empty hole. I mean, people, if you don't know what it's like to be an American patriot, I'm trying to tell you right now. If it doesn't make you feel some type of way within yourself that makes you quiver every time you see something that's so disrespectful to this country, I'm telling you, I'm ready to slap the taste out of somebody's mouth when they say something wrong, because it's over. The time for fun and games, shits and giggles, all that shit is over and done with.
Right.
We are in a crisis. And you notice what's in crisis? ISIS. They might have changed their name, but they still all act the same. I'm trying to tell you right now, we in a world of hurt.
I wonder if the Iranian government lays awake at night wondering when the drone is going to come and pick them out. How many of them want to stay home because they don't want to walk out the front door to their car in the morning because they're going to get picked off as they walk through the door.
That's not going to happen.
I hope they feel scared, but I doubt it.
That's not going to happen.
Wow.
That's not going to happen. Why would you think that's going to happen? With this administration, there's not a hair on, put it this way, the Iranians that matter. The Iranians that matter, ain't nothing going to happen to them. Now, they might have some collateral damage in the process.
Right.
But the ones that count on their agenda, ain't nothing going to happen to them. We just gave Iran $10 billion.
Yeah.
If you can't tell me we ain't funding these wars, I must be seeing some. I don't know. But I'll be doing a show on that also tomorrow night on Friday Night Liberal Smackdown. We're going to see just how much money the United States, I got it here already, but I'm not going to let it out the bag. We're going to see just how much money the United States gave Russia, Ukraine.
Yep.
It's easy. Just Google it. Individual.
I think I saw one of your clips, because we could have paid more than $700 to each person who was affected by Maui. We could have rebuilt that. We could have gave them each $1 million. And my gosh. And if we did not give to Hezbollah, we don't give to Hezbollah, we give to Iran. That's what we did. They're not going to give.
Speaking of Maui, have you heard what's going on in Maui? See, they have $150 million for the people that live in Maui. Now, you can claim some of this money, but you have to sign a no-clause agreement stating that you will not come back in the future and try to sue the state of Hawaii for some stuff that we're going to find out went down. Why else would they say you can't? As far as we know, all the information is legit and it's out there. So there ain't nothing to come back and sue. As far as we know, it was an electrical fire. Nothing went wrong.
Yeah. Beams from the outer space. That was a really weird electrical fire, I'm telling you.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It was Hunter Biden's laptop.
Hunter Biden didn't have no laptop. Stop pushing that false Russia information.
The Russians will come after us now.
I mean, he had to have a laptop at some point because Rudy Giuliani has a copy of the hard drive.
Can Hunter even operate a laptop?
Well, that doesn't mean anything. It just, Hillary
He's a
Clinton.
good painter.
Hillary Clinton never left stuff she didn't want people to find on her laptop.
Right.
She went out. Her number two, Uma.
Uma. Yeah.
She hid her stuff on Anthony the Weasel's.
Wiener's wife. Yeah, that's.
Hey,
I can't say it because there are children present, but she put
Hey,
it on
Dave.
Anthony the Weasel's laptop, and he got caught with it.
I got a question for you, Dave. Why, when these people are doing crazy stuff, why for the life of me do they not think they're ever gonna get caught and just leave all kind of trails? They just leave. It's like I don't know if it's arrogance, ignorance, stupidity. What is it? Like the show we was talking about last night with the brothel, with the government contractors and their lawyers and the attorneys and they had to give up IDs, credit card information, all this information. Do they ever not think in the back of their head that they just might get caught? Is the risk worth it to them? I mean, what do they be thinking, Dave?
Well, some of them, I think, don't think they're actually going to get caught. Or some of them are probably like Barack Obama, who isn't so much worried about when the Democrats get found out, just as long as it doesn't look like he's responsible for anything. I'm sure at some point you hit an echelon of the party where you're somebody's puppet, so you're not going to go down for anything, even though you're the mouthpiece that's talking about everything. I mean, it's like I said last night, I don't understand why Hillary Clinton is in Democrat politics at all anymore after Uranium One. But even worse than Uranium One, after being our Secretary of State, and I think being responsible for Ambassador Chris Stevens, rest in peace,
Benghazi,
and his four four-man security team, rest in pieces.
And before all that, didn't her and Bill, when they set up the Clinton Foundation, it was from all the money they stole from the crisis in Haiti after a hurricane or something. It was in 2016.
Yeah.
And then before of that, when she was still in Arkansas and she was a new lawyer, didn't she turn her back on one of her clients that was raped? And she said it was her fault, and that it
was. I don't know if it was if she. No, I believe she was the rapist's lawyer.
Oh.
But knew he was guilty of sin. But she got him either no sentence or a very little minor stupid sentence, which I don't.
Hey Dave, let me answer. Kaylin McMillan, do you think Biden met with the dictator of China to renew his contract? It's not a secret that Biden is compromised by the Chinese dictator. Well, actually, I got to answer that question. They got the transcripts of that meeting released, and Biden didn't do much talking. From the transcripts, Biden did exactly 45 minutes of talking, and President Yi did 3 hours and 15 minutes of the talking. So who was running that show? It seems that Joe was taking more orders and instructions on how things were going to go down than he was given. So I hope I was able to answer that question for you. No, he didn't. They wasn't talking about nothing but what Yi had planned from the way the conversation allegedly went.
Man,
he was probably telling Biden how late he is on his payments back to all the money that he borrowed from China, and it probably took Xi over almost 4 hours to read the list of late payments. It scares me to think that one day China could just walk into the country and say, it's ours now. You owe us all this money. You're never going to pay it back. It's ours now. And No.
Well,
I
Did
thought for a
you
while that's
hear?
what the Democrats wanted to do. They wanted to just be able to give it back instead of paying the money back. But I don't know.
Did you hear
I'm,
Gavin Newsom's speech when she was there and Biden was there, and he's showing off how beautiful his China size, what San Francisco was. And he says, well, of course we're going to clean it up because that's what you do when you have um, friends over or you have family over. I hope he said friends, not family. But still, that's what you do. And I'm thinking, what about your people that already live there? I mean, the people in San Francisco have to be loving the fact that there's no more poop on the street and there's
yeah,
no more people living in
yeah,
tents.
but give it,
But at the
give it.
same time, he did all this. That's kind of telling us he doesn't care about us. He
Right, but I
does
mean,
not. He cares.
give it a few hours, give it a day
Hi, Robert.
after Xi is gone, and it's going to go right back to how it was. And
Tents.
I
Yeah.
grew up in Santa Clara County, so it's like 40 miles away from San Francisco. But San Francisco was a beautiful place to go visit, or
Right.
if you were lucky enough to live there, it was beautiful. And how they let it go and down to where it is now, I don't know.
Nancy.
Well, did you see that video I posted, the drunken sea hag?
No, I didn't. Oh, that's
Yeah,
funny.
it's in all of the groups, and it's one of the guys.
It reminded you of Nancy.
But it's like he's got like the English accent, and he's talking about the drunken sea hag, and if you're lucky enough, you'll be able to hear the slip of the dentures every time.
Oh, that's terrible.
She
Poor
talks.
thing.
Yeah, but I mean,
That's funny.
I don't. For the life of me, I can't understand how people just let their cities get so run down to the point where you just don't have any city pride anymore. Anyway, Robert Lawless, the Minnesota Madman, is in the house. Just want to let everybody know. Welcome to Boogie with the Bull Thursday Night Live. That's what it is tonight. And
Wow.
my partners in crime here tonight: Jen Woodruff, the homeschooling mom; William Rayfield from the Patriots Lab Uncensored; and Friday Night Smackdown tomorrow. So if you're a Democrat, you want to tune into Facebook tomorrow night at an undisclosed time from an undisclosed location and get your Friday Night Smackdown free of charge.
And I'll just keep giving you a little bit of trinkets of what my show is going to be all about tomorrow. Did you hear about the damn Palestinians barricading the damn politicians in DNC headquarters last night? So in front of they had thousands of them in front of the DNC headquarters last night. 6 police officers were injured. Okay, I believe that was probably more than happened on January 6th. 6 police officers injured, 1 person arrested. Out of 1,000 people, 1 person arrested. They pushed dumpsters in front of the doors to barricade the politicians in the door. One politician and her husband was barricaded inside their office. It was crazy. It was crazy. I mean, they were pepper spraying the police. I mean, but you don't hear about that. You don't hear about that.
And just the day before, on the White House lawn, there was Israelis and Congress people out there waving American flags and Israeli flags and singing "God Bless the USA." I mean, it's just such an obvious word picture. My kids always play this thing. It's called This or That. And it's like this or that. And you see the obvious comparison between the two. And wow, it's crazy. If there's any doubt in anyone's mind, if the Palestinians really need to be freed or do the Israelis need to be left alone and let them fight for themselves. Never put a ceasefire order on Israelis ever,
No,
because all that's going to mean to the Palestinians is you've got time to reload and order more stuff and steal more money from the Americans and kill the Israelis. You
Yeah,
never,
they won't. They won't.
never do a
Yeah,
ceasefire.
like you said,
Well,
they'll be
they
ready.
talked about it today on Fox News, and Martha McCollum was saying, well, they're going to give some people, and if they stop, are giving up hostages. And I guess Israel has some Palestinian hostages too. And so they're each going to do this hostage switch. And if someone doesn't do the hostage switch or doesn't go with the rules, then we're going to put the ceasefire back on. And I'm like, don't do the
See,
ceasefire.
He won't do it.
This,
I really,
I gotta mute. My train is coming.
That is true.
All
I
aboard
really,
the Trump.
I
That's
really
the Trump
think-
train back there.
That's
I
awesome.
really think if Netanyahu wants to end this, he could do it, and he could do it in a heartbeat. The only problem is, I think he's thinking that the rest of the world, the rest of the anti-Israel world, might come down on him, and he doesn't want to be responsible for that.
Can we bring some common sense into the equation? Because y'all know how I am. I'm just a critical thinker, and that's just my trait. Listen, why? See, this is what you got to think of. You got to use your noggin sometimes. If Israel has already stated that they're going to eliminate Hamas, why would Hamas give up the hostages and then die? See, that's like me holding the bank up, and the police outside say, you give up the hostages
so we can kill you.
and you come outside with your hands up so we can shoot you. Why would they? See, people don't think about the word games that they play with us. You have to be a critical thinker. You have to slow down. Why? Does it make sense? No. Why would they give up hostages after Israel said we're about to annihilate y'all? What's the gain from it? What does Hamas have to gain from it? What is a 4-hour ceasefire? No, Israel already made it plain and simple. We are going to eliminate you. Right. You know what I would say if you tell me you're going to eliminate me? You ain't getting no damn hostages, but you get piece by piece.
Oh, gosh. Right.
You taking me out anyway.
Right. I think they just said that on the news to make dumb Americans be like, oh, that's such a nice, peaceful solution. Why don't they do that? No, it doesn't even make sense. It's so.
Thank you.
It's sick.
Just like they want to. Oh, we took out all of the generals. We took out all the top people. Come on, man. Really? You got to take out a couple of 100,000 pawns before you get to the top people. Why you want to try to build yourself up like you really winning a war? See, that's how they make you think you're winning. You know the old saying, you take out the head and the body will go. You know, so they tell the people, hey, if we tell them we took out some leaders, just like they told us, oh, they took out 15 Russian generals. All of a sudden, generals are on the front line of battle now? Since when?
Right.
Or y'all got deep behind enemy lines and got our SEAL teams in there to take out some generals that we don't know? Come on, man.
Right.
That shit crazy. But, hey, if you got people that's going to fall for the propaganda, you know, like we're going to wipe Hamas from the face of the earth. Really? All of a sudden, like Barack Obama said, all of a sudden you got a magic wand and you're about to solve a 1,000-year war. You got all the answers all of a sudden. In 4 years, you got the answers to a 1,000-year war.
Well, Trump kind of did. They said that his magic wand was his spine, and that's how he was able to do the Moab, the mother of all bombs. My God, he took out Soleimani. He took out his first in command after Soleimani. Then later on, we got Baghdadi, and that was the funniest one of all because I loved the memes with the bacon. You know how they put the memory ribbon for like cancer? It's pink. It's the pink loop,
bacon.
and it's and this one was bacon. It said the honor ribbon for Baghdadi. Baghdadi's gone, and I was like, that's awesome.
I see you, Robert Lawless. I see you. I know Dad don't see you, but I see you, bro.
I see him. I see him.
Robert
see.
and Jamie. Hi.
Jamie.
That's awesome.
Robert and Jamie. Well, see, it's confusing because on the American Rebellion, he's Madman 1. Over here, he's Robert Lawless. So, like I said, it takes my brain a minute to look and go, oh, yeah, Robert Lawless is here. You know.
We're all undisclosed. Undisclosed location.
Try to remember his undisclosed location. Or
secret agent.
And the only one who has a right for me saying undisclosed location is Izzy Wilshire, because she's in a different undisclosed location every couple of hours.
She's awesome. She's flying around. That's so cool.
Jerry says the way to get rid of cancer is to eradicate it from the body. The world is the body, and Islam is the cancer. Yep. But my biggest question is that
once again, I must interject, because we cannot, no matter how much we want to, and I understand it, but we cannot paint a whole people with a broad brush. We cannot do that. We at the end of the day, people are human beings, no matter what they fall under. So you know what that means? Not everybody's gonna be a bad person, because that's just human. That's just human nature.
Not all of them are bad, and I've never said that.
When we say a religion,
okay,
let's say Hamas. Fuck Hamas. Let's say Hamas. Let's not paint a entire, because we don't want to offend nobody.
But by the same token, we're running around the world saying what Hamas is doing in Israel is bad.
Yeah.
But by the same token, it's the Israeli people, the Israeli voters, whether they are in the Hamas party or whatever, or the other party or any other party, the people of Israel elected Hamas to have the majority of the Israeli Knesset, which is the majority, which is the same thing as our
people of Israel. The people of Israel didn't slow down. The people of Israel didn't elect Hamas. The people of Palestine.
Okay, I'm right.
No.
But Palestine doesn't exist.
It doesn't?
Palestine does not exist. What exists is the West Bank and Gaza. And that's what it is now, and that's what it's been.
You need to tune in to a very interesting show that I'm going to be having.
Okay. I'll tune in and watch. But I've been a Jew for 61 years.
Okay.
And in all of my raising, there's no such thing.
Well, I've heard, Dave, I'm not trying to be combative. I've heard from plenty of Jews, and I've heard different stories.
Okay.
So I'm not trying to be combative. I'm not trying to say you're wrong.
I'm not trying to be combative either.
But what I'm saying is I've heard different stories. So that's all I can go on. I'm not saying everybody's entitled to their opinion. Everybody's entitled to whatever stance.
And then if you want to say, but I'll give you 5 seconds where I say, there's a Palestine. The people of Palestine didn't elect Hamas, the majority party of the country of Israel's cabinet, because they don't vote in that election. Benjamin Netanyahu is not their prime minister or the equivalent, or their president, or whatever the leader of their leader of their government is. So Israel, those people have been trying to get a homeland, if you want to look at that, for centuries of time. And I understand that. But you would think by now that they will have realized that going in and dropping bombs on Israel, doing all this other terrorist activity around the world, is going to be the last thing that is going to get everybody else to do the same.
Let me just ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Dave. I'm gonna ask you a serious question. Who who back in the days, who financed and who built up and maintained Israel?
There were, well, I can't tell you that specifically off the top of my head, but I can say
Okay.
this.
I'm just asking.
No, listen,
I'm just
it
asking you
basically
questions.
comes down to this. 4 countries, and I can't name them because I honestly don't know and don't remember. 4 countries basically got together and said, we'll give this corner, you give this corner, we'll give this corner, we'll give that corner, and boom, the country of Israel was created. And from what I understand, it was done with the understanding that Jerusalem would be like in the middle and everybody had a piece to it because all the religions out there claim to have a claim on Jerusalem. I'm okay with that. But where we are now, and I've said it before and I've said it again, I'll lower my voice though, is that we need Israel to grow some balls, excuse my English, Jen, and work with the other countries in the area and do the same thing for Palestine. But at the same token, we need Palestine to show them and the rest of the world that they are worthy of us doing this, just like everybody else did this for Israel.
So what I'm saying, this is what I'm saying. I have been talking to very well, should I say, versed people.
Okay.
That not only have their theology majors, but have dissected this Israel-Palestine thing down back to 1914, 1949. Do you know what a Zionist is?
No, I know it. I don't know exactly what it is.
Oh,
but...
okay. See, I'm asking you questions that have a lot to do with the situation that's taken place. And so far, you haven't been able to answer 2 of them, which is letting me know you really don't have a clear idea of what's taking place. A lot of people sometimes can't handle the truth. I'm the type of person, if I am going down one avenue because I'm focused down that avenue because that's the only information I have to go on, and then I'm all of a sudden given different information, for me to keep going down that same rabbit hole, I got to be ignorant, stupid, or whatever. So by doing that, I've had to pump my brakes and I've had to educate myself on the history of this Israeli-Palestine situation. And I've been fortunate enough to talk to numerous pastors, bishops, whatever you want to call them, whatever their titles may be, that have really broken down to me and brought light about what the whole situation is really all about. And there's just one question that I ask. If what the people are doing is so bad, why are people here calling for them to no longer go through what they're going through?
I'm not asking them to not do anything. All I'm saying is that if you want to go into modern times, I think 7-day war back in 1968, I believe, Israel won in a war what is Gaza and the West Bank. And the way war goes is there's a war and somebody loses something and somebody wins something and they won it. The Palestinians have been going through the rest of the world trying to convince the rest of the world that Israel needs to give back this piece of land that they won in a war 50 something years ago. It doesn't work that way. I don't care who you are or what intelligence you think there is, because these are the same people that go into wars that we've been in or wars that other people that are in and don't say, hey, you've got to give back what you lost. You know, no one's going around the world telling Zelensky that he has to give Ukraine back to Russia because Gorbachev broke up Russia and freed it.
Okay, so let me once again play devil advocate. What do you say to the Palestinian people who say that they have been being under occupation for the past 75 years? What do you say
as
to
far as I'm
people
concerned, they've been under occupation. They've been under occupation since 1968, when Israel, it wasn't Palestine, Israel won Gaza and the West Bank in a 7-day war where basically the same kinds of terrorists of the world on a holy day in Israel came in and bombed the hell out of them. So don't play this game with me.
Didn't I tell you you gotta check your temper, dude. Who are you yelling at? Who are you yelling at?
What happened in 1914 kind of is irrelevant at this point.
Why? No,
because where Israel is right now is Israel won land in a war in 1968. And everybody's been expecting them to give that piece of land back, and they're not willing to do that. They've been more than willing to say that.
What was the Abraham's court all about then? See, that's no, you can't go. You can't do that. When you promise somebody something and you don't deliver, you just can't go like this.
Well, you know what?
Excuse me. Wait. I'll be combative. You can't hit me because I'm a girl.
No, in this war, you don't get back what you think is yours just because you go into Israel in the middle of the night and blow up half the country.
Dave, mute your microphone. I want to tell you this. They did obey and follow the Abraham Accord. Okay, now Palestine, wherever they are in the desert, I mean, okay, the 4 countries, we have what? Syria, Libya, Jordan, and Egypt around there, and they all gave up little pieces, and Turkey's involved. I don't know why or how, but they are. Okay, and those are the ones in the Old Testament. Okay, we're not going to go there right now.
No,
anyhow, listen to what they did with the Abraham Accords. They said, we're going to do this. We feel kind of bad for them. I think they did, or else they were just being good people and following the Abraham Accords that Donald Trump set up. And what they did is they said, you're right. Your desert does not bloom anywhere. You need water. You guys need a good source. So we're going to give you these pipes and we're going to run them. They dug trenches and ditches and gave them all these pipes from it went okay. They're always saying from the river to the sea, from the Mediterranean, and even parts of Jordan. I'm not Jewish. The Jews ran pipes, dug ditches, ran it to the desert so that they all got water. And you know what they did? They dug them up. I don't think they cared about the water. They dug up all that pipe work and they used the pipes to make bombs. And that is what they used to bomb Israel on the 7th. It was stupid. You cannot argue with a terrorist. And there's a silly child's book about it, a children's book called If You Give a Monkey a Cookie. A mouse. If you give a mouse a cookie. And
Jen,
what? Yes.
Jen, what and this is, I love playing devil's advocate. People can love me or hate me. What did when us patriots decided that we have had enough with the way this government has been going, what did they label us?
Terrorists.
Okay. So when we don't know the big picture of everything, see, and I'm not justifying what these people are doing. People, understand me. I am not justifying what they're doing. What I'm asking is, why are they doing what they're doing?
Because they've been doing it for thousands of years.
No,
and
you
they're
didn't
going to do
answer
it for
the
thousands of
question.
years
You didn't
more.
answer the question. You still, I don't care if they've been doing it for millions of years. The question is still, why are they doing it?
Because at some point they had a difference of opinion thousands of years ago, and they've never been able to work it out. And
What was
I've
the
been one of
difference?
the few
What was the
people on
difference of
Facebook
opinion?
for the last 4 years who has been saying, Israel, you need to grow a pair. You got your country the old-fashioned way. Everybody around you agreed to give a piece of land and kind of work together and help you grow your country. You need to do the same thing. But by the same token, that doesn't mean that Hamas and Hezbollah and every other H or every other M radicalized group has a right to go in there and blow up Israel.
Hey, check your chat, Dave. Check your chat. Let Jen answer what question. They said Jen's about to snap in here.
Did they say
They
that?
said, holy crap, she's gonna snap.
Oh,
I didn't piss her off.
No,
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Jen just figured she'd play mediator. She's like, I'm getting in the middle of these two big bears here.
It's
Oh,
all
Really?
good.
You know,
Okay,
that's just me,
your
Dave. I just
question
try
is-
to look at both things.
Okay.
Why
I've been
is
here
this
for, like I
happening?
said, I've been doing this for 4 years. And I've been in the whole 4 years, I've been one of the probably only people I know on Facebook doing a broadcast that has ever had the balls to say, Israel, you need to do the same thing that everybody else did for you. And you need to learn how to live together. Unfortunately, that gets rammed up my butt because every time we think the Abraham Accords or this Accords or that Accord, the Honda Accord, we think that everybody's going to work together. Something happens and it falls apart.
Okay, wait. First thing, the question. What was your question? Why is this happening right now? Is that what your question was?
I don't know. Kaylin, what was the question? I forgot, Kaylin.
Your question was, why is this happening? And to the best of my knowledge, I think I answered it as best as it can be answered because it's gone on for thousands of years because neither side can try to figure out what they need to do to end it. I've been alive for 61 years, and for 61 years, last thing I'll say, Jen, for 61 years, Iran has said, we're going to blow the hell out of Israel one day, and Israel has said, no, I don't think so.
Jerry's in the building.
Let's sit down at a table somewhere and try to work it out.
Yes, Jen.
I believe Palestine is very frustrated. They can't grow anything. They need water.
Jen.
They need resources. And it's not happening. So Israel, according to the Abraham Accords, provided a way to get water into Palestine so they could plant stuff, so they could drink, they could have water, they could grow things. But instead, they dug it up and made it into weapons and went against Israel. So it's like a stalemate. You can't help someone who doesn't want to be helped. It's never going to work. Jerry, go ahead. Take over, please.
I don't know how my internet is or if you guys can hear me.
Good.
We got you, Jerry.
Good.
I hear you, Jerry.
Can you think of a good solution to make Palestine feel like they are an economic superpower, just like Israel? Besides giving them water, what could help them grow? Do they need tractors?
Well, I don't. This is a conversation that myself personally, I got to stay out of because I have been diving in and talking with ministers and pastors and bishops, and I've been getting the biblical history
Right.
behind what's going on.
Have you
And
talked to
what
rabbis
listen,
about things
let
we
me
forget?
finish. Let me finish. Yeah, people from New York. Yes, listen, I'm telling you, there's and what people need to understand, there are so many, there are different types of Jews that have different types of views on the situation. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. I didn't know the difference between a Semitic Jew and and a Zionist Jew. I didn't know the different regions that they came from and the different identities that they had and the different agendas that they had going from Germany to Israel and things of that nature. So I'm getting a biblical lesson on why all of this is transpiring because I need to know. So I'm not going into it on a political realm or an emotional realm. I'm going into it on a biblical realm. And when I say biblical, I'm not talking about words out of somebody's mouth. I'm talking about the words that actually come out of the King James Bible, the book. So when we talk about the history biblically, you can't interact that in with a political podcast because we're
Because it's
dealing off
historical.
emotions and frustrations of what we see
Okay.
and what's going on, and we're not diving into the basic root foundation of why all of this is occurring, taking place. So I'll just stay out of it because I'm
Okay.
never going to gain any ground, and
Okay. Well,
it's senseless.
I've never read the Bible in 61 years of life. And I
Okay.
don't see any reason, and I'm not insulting anybody here, to read it
Can
because
anybody
what
hear
God
me?
told us to read
Because my
You
internet
sound
sucks.
right.
doesn't include the
Okay.
Bible.
Now we can
Okay.
Go
talk
ahead, Jerry.
about and I don't have any problem with your opinion. It's your opinion. But I'm going to tell you something. I've looked at this logically without emotion. Let's just go with our country alone. The Muslims have been screwing at us with us almost since the dawn of our country, when they used to steal our Navy men and merchant seamen and turn them into slaves or kill them and steal the cargo of the ship and steal the ship. Okay. Um, they have been fighting for thousands of years, someone or each other. No one has ever won. It's all they know. It's all they contribute to the world is some new way to horribly kill someone. They have stated time and time again they want to kill every last one of us, and it has less to do with the Jews than it does just in general the infidels. Okay, they're starting with the Jews because they know if they come over here, we'll kill them. All right, and this is what I'm gonna tell you. If you think it ain't the women and children, the women over there are teaching the children hatred from the day they come out of the womb. Okay, kill the Jews, kill the Americans, kill all the infidels. And I got news for you. Every last one of us is an infidel. So this is what I say. You want to get rid of it? You want it to stop? Stop appeasing them because that's been going on for thousands of years and does not work. It did not work before 9/11. It has not worked for America after 9/11. This whole it's not all of them is crap if they're reading the same book. Okay. They believe that book. You want to be a moderate or just somebody who is a Muslim and doesn't want violence. You need a new book. It's that damn simple. Okay. And quite frankly, I think the only way that this is ever going to end is when every last one of them is 6 foot under. Because until then, every country is going to be hit. And now that we have our illustrious country just letting anybody in at any time without knowing where they're from or where they're going or who they are, it's going to happen here. And we're still
Right.
going to have people making excuses for these people. Not me. Not me. Not me today. Not me tomorrow. Not me ever. These people are despicable. Okay? The only thing they care about is killing us. They lie to us to do it. They infiltrate our country. They infiltrate governments. They infiltrate everywhere with a smile on their face and a knife behind their back. That is what they do. Now, you can feel sorry for the little guy living in the middle of the desert with 2 camels and a goat if you want. I really don't care. Bomb him too. You know something, after 9/11, they showed pictures from all over the world of these people, and they were all dancing in the street, handing out candy, celebrating 3,000 people dying, over 3,000. Okay? That's what they did. And a week later, oh, it's not all of them. Yes, it is. It's every last one of them. They read that book, it's every last one who does. Now, that may sound impassioned. That may sound like I'm frustrated, because I am, at the stupidity of all this. But you know something? When you look at it, they've been fighting for thousands of years. No one's ever won, and everybody's appeased them, and that does not work. So what else is there? You can't negotiate with them. You cannot have peace accords with them. You cannot have a peace treaty with them. So what else is there to do? You kill them. And you kill them a lot. So that in the end, okay, they have lost all their will to fight. And perhaps then we can have some peace with the Middle East and the Muslims. You know, when I was a kid, there was no Muslims. There were Arabs. And the Arabs were hijacking airplanes, and they were hijacking this, and they were screaming for Allah, and they were doing all this. Muslims in the 70s, it happened in especially the early 70s. They were killing people on cruise ships. They were killing people in airplanes. They were killing all over the place. Almost, it seemed like every day you would hear it. No. You cannot have peace with people that are willing to blow themselves up, to kill as many of us as possible.
Right.
You cannot. The only way to have peace is to let them die. Now, everybody gets to have their opinion, and that's fine. And I understand that, because this is America. But you better believe these people that are, you know, like was talked about a little while ago with the DNC, and you know, they're in, you know, they were in the White House, the protesters, you know, or I'm sorry, the Capitol building. Okay, if you know, they want us dead. They want to use our laws, our traditions, our Constitution to kill the Jews. Once that is done, who do you think they're coming after?
Whoever is left.
They're coming after us.
Us.
Can I just interject real quick?
Please.
Maybe I have a different perspective because I've been able to interact with all different types of people. I don't know what type of people you interact with, but I'm fortunate enough to be in Muslim communities, whether they're Asian Muslims or Black Muslims, or whether they're Hindu, Indian Muslims, whatever. I interact with those people. I grew up around those people. Me, myself, growing up in New York for 5 years, I was a member of the Nation of Islam, the 5% Nation of Islam. The reason I don't paint everybody with a broad brush is because when I was 14 years old, I moved down here to a small town called Jonesboro, Tennessee. And 68 miles down the road, and you can Google this, I think it was 1967, small town called Irwin, Tennessee. They hung a white elephant in the town square, stating if any Negro, but they used a different word, was to ever come into Irwin, that's exactly what would happen to them. And my grandmother and my aunts, they told me the white man was the worst thing walking on planet Earth. To this day, I have 2 kids by a white girl from that small town in Irwin. Back when I was in high school, I was the only black boy amongst the football team of Irwin High School, the cheerleaders and everything, hanging out at the gas station, defying what everybody said about the white man. I didn't paint them with a broad brush. I didn't look at every white man as wanting to hang me because that's what my grandmother told me, or that's what my aunts told me. So when I look at this situation, I don't look at all Muslims. I can say Hamas. I can say ISIS. I can say the extreme terrorists. But I would be a racist if I was to paint our entire religion. I don't care. I might not agree with their religion. They might not agree with my religion.
You calling me a racist? Is that what you're doing?
Oh, I said,
First of all, you can't be
Did
a
I say that?
racist against the goddamn religion. That's number
did
one.
I say that, Jerry?
No,
Jerry,
you
Jerry,
didn't.
did I
Nothing
say
like
that?
that.
See, did I say that?
Gentlemen,
If it didn't come
No,
out my
but
mouth,
what you did say, if I paint them all with one, I paint them
Listen,
all one fucking
hey,
brush.
I've been on the
and I don't,
platform.
that's your,
I've
you
been
don't
on
have to.
platforms with
I
plenty
do.
of racists.
You just
And
said,
if I thought you was a racist, Jerry, I would say it. I'm a grown ass man, dog. I'm not gonna run behind your microphone and not say it, bro.
said,
You my brother. Why would I call
just
you a racist?
said,
No,
you
I did not
just-
say, Jerry, you're a racist.
no, you didn't call.
me to
You didn't say,
finish.
Jerry, you're a racist. What you said, William, was that if you
Right.
paint everybody with one,
I
Go
said
ahead, Jerry.
me, singular. I didn't say Jerry.
Yeah,
I said I can't paint
you
everybody.
didn't
with a
have
brush.
to.
First of
That's
all,
not how you
I
said
don't
it. You
entertain
said,
myself with
your
racist,
exact
right?
words were, if I paint everyone with a broad brush, I am a racist.
You know
I
what?
paint
How
every
come-
one
how
of these
come
muskrat
every time-
pieces of
How come
garbage.
every time?
And, all right.
How come every time a show ends with y'all on it, people are sending me stuff saying the show just went sideways? I'm not here for this. I did not call Jerry a racist. I'm not going to let him sit up here and say I called him a racist. He is my brother from another mother. I don't engage with racists. And at the end of the day, I'm a grown-ass man. If I think you're a racist, I'll call you a racist. Don't put words in my mouth. Now, if you take what I say the wrong way, maybe we can bring clarification to what I said. But don't go assuming, because you know what that does. It makes an ass of you. Don't do that.
Okay. This is how this broadcast works, and this is how this broadcast has always worked, and this is how this broadcast will continue to work. There's 3 boxes on the screen right now. There's 3 different opinions. Everybody gets a chance to speak theirs. If someone says something and someone else hears it differently, well, then we try to work that out. I have never said, and I never will say, they are all bad. Why? I have some in my family, and they're some of the nicest people that I have ever met. And why they put up with me, I can't really tell. I can't
So are
really
you
tell.
calling Jerry a racist?
I'm not calling Jerry a racist.
Yeah, you did. You just
No.
called him a racist because you don't hate them all. So
I don't
because
hate-
Jerry has a different stance.
I
that
didn't
means
call
you're
you
calling him-
racist, William. And what I said to you was there are 3 boxes on this screen right now as I bring my voice down. Everybody has a different opinion.
But
And if you
don't
want to
go
go, if you
attacking
want to go back to earlier in the broadcast, things that you said, I've never read the Bible. Because the Bible has not, as far as God said to the Jews, he never said you need to read the Bible.
Okay, and I respect that.
Okay? So what the Bible says to me, what the Bible is to me is it's somebody else's view. It's a book it's a history book based on somebody else's view.
Okay.
What they think God told them, what they thought happened, I don't really care. So when you tell me that you're meeting with pastors and you're meeting with this one and you're meeting with that one, that's why I said to you, are you meeting with rabbis? And are you meeting with rabbis? I don't really know what a Zionist is because it wasn't really important to learn it. As far as I was concerned, as far as I'm concerned, God said there's three kinds of Jews.
It's going to be all explained. But it all went off the rails when I got accused of calling Jerry a racist.
Well,
I'm sorry that I called him a racist. And that's not cool.
Well, then tomorrow night you have a chance to go to Jerry's broadcast. Although tomorrow's Friday.
Why would I go on his broadcast and he accused me of calling him a racist? What does that look?
Okay.
No,
I work on it. Okay.
Maybe you can mend the fences because
I'm not going to mend the. No, I'm not. Okay, I'm not going to mend the fence because again, the way this broadcast is, as far as the guy in the red shirt, because it's my broadcast, is there are many boxes on the screen. Everybody has a right to speak their view in their box so that everybody else hears it. And then we talk about whatever it is that we may or may not agree with or disagree with. Just like, as far as I'm concerned, Palestine, the people of Palestine have no real claim on that land because as far as I'm concerned, Israel won it in the 6-7 day war back in 1968. And as far as I'm concerned, there has not been another war where Israel lost it. There shouldn't be another war. I've said this before and I'll say this again. War is the most stupidest thing God ever created.
Did God create?
The only people, well, I believe that God created everything here in the sense that he gave everybody free will, and he kind of understood in giving everybody free will what could happen in one side, what could happen on the other side. But we're not going to argue any of that. They won that area. They won that piece of land in a war, and they won that piece of land in a war. And all people do in this world is fight, and they claim a piece of land, and it's theirs until either they lose it or it's theirs.
Okay.
They won a piece of land that was.
Dave,
they won a piece of land that was there.
Dave, I totally disagree, but I respect your stance.
Okay.
I respect it, brother. So you don't have to keep beating me in the head with it.
Okay.
I understand. You got another topic.
But I also don't understand, like I said, I don't understand why the country of Palestine, if you want to say there is one, and the country of Israel cannot sit down and work something out. And Israel, as far as I'm concerned, is just as guilty.
Well, this is something this is something that we won't understand. And until and maybe, Dave, if you and I'm just saying this to give you clarity.
Okay.
If you go and figure out who are the Jews that established Israel over there, where they came from, and what their intentions were, then you can look at it however you want to look at it. Because what it'll do is it'll give you an idea. It'll start opening up a picture to give you the difference between the Zionist Jews and the Semitic Jews, which I'm just learning about this stuff.
I just made it. You know how much?
Because I had questions.
I will.
You know, I always got questions.
$4, and then
there's nothing wrong with having questions.
For one,
because I wanted to. The answer to my question was to the people I was talking to is why are if the atrocities were so bad, why aren't all of the Jews on board? So people started giving me different things. This isn't stuff I come up with. These are different channels of information that I received, and I just try to put everything together. I'm not saying I got the answers to it all, but I hear different things from different people, so I can't judge. I can't say who's right or who's wrong.
Okay, before I return the mic to Jerry, I'm just going to say this. I've said it before, and we'll say it again. I think Israel got their country the same way they need to kind of bend over and work with everybody else. But there comes a point in time when you can't work with everybody. You can't negotiate with everybody. You can't say everybody's going to put their guns down and break bread for 7 days, and hopefully we won't have to pick our guns up again, because every time Israel has said that in the past, to the best of my knowledge, it's been somebody else who jump-started with Israel again. But I'm going to turn the mic over to Jerry. I'm going to turn my mic off for a moment. Go ahead, Jerry. Jerry's mic is still off.
I just want to say that I think the train and the misunderstanding the train went off the rails and the misunderstanding came in when you brought up the analogy of the elephant hanging in the town square, and somebody said, you did not say it. Somebody said the white man is a racist. You didn't say anyone was a racist. You were telling us a story about somebody in your village or your town. I don't know. But I got the story.
No. I was talking about my family. My when I moved down here.
They hung an elephant?
Oh no, they hung an elephant back in it was 1967. They hung an elephant in Irwin, Tennessee, talking about if they ever caught a black person there. Because I'm from the segregated South, for real.
Wow.
And they said that's what would happen. I
see.
Just 5 years before I came down here, when kids would have to go and play sports and do stuff, they would have to get escorted and stuff.
I would like to hear what Jen has to say.
Okay. Right. Jen, you talk, and then when you're done, Jen, we're going to pass it to Jerry because he's back. So go ahead, Jen.
Yeah, the good part's over. I was just more interested in how in the heck did they hang an elephant? But they did. And it was for the purpose of making a statement. This is what was it like in the 60s? It was during segregation.
67. Look it up. It's Irwin, Tennessee.
Tennessee. I believe you. Wow.
Hanging an elephant. Right in the town square.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah.
And I was stupid enough to want to be one of the dumb ones and go out there to hang out. But you know what?
Right.
I got lifelong friends
to
this day that defied their parents. My baby's mama defied. She got disowned by her parents. But I got lifelong friends to this day from that small town because we didn't listen to the narrative that people put out, whether it be white against blacks or whether it be blacks against whites.
Right. My daughter just did a paper for her high school. It was really interesting. I liked it. It was writing a letter, knowing what you know now, and they just got done with all of the Jim Crow laws, things that Biden talks about. He doesn't know what the heck he's talking about. But the Jim Crow laws and how they're bringing that back and segregation. And her assignment was to write a letter to Andrew Johnson. And I was like, really? And she goes, yeah. And it was amazing. And I was really proud of her because she knew all the history. She probably has a mom who tells her stuff. I don't know. But it's interesting. This does go way back, and God bless Martin Luther King, but he tried. It's almost an impossible gulf to bridge. It's impossible. And I almost think that same thing with Israel and Palestine. It's almost impossible. I don't know who can do this besides God when he comes back. Or we're all dead. I don't know. Go ahead, Jerry. Tell us something. I have nothing encouraging to say. I ended with when we're all dead. Sorry.
Go ahead, Jerry.
Well, I'm not sure why we're even bringing race into this. This has nothing to do with race. It has to do with religion. A religion, one religion, the only religion in the world that teaches its followers to kill the infidel. Christians don't do that. Jews don't teach that. Protestants don't teach that. It's the only race. It's the only race has nothing to do with this. This has to do with a religion. All right.
That's a good point.
And yeah, I hate every last one of them. And you want to know why? It's real simple. I watched a guy jump out of the World Trade Center so he wouldn't burn to death from the 100th or 110th floor, wherever it was. That's why. I watched people celebrating what happened that day. That's why. I have no use for these people. So whatever anybody may think of that, I don't particularly care. But I'm going to tell you something. How many more times are we going to take crap from these damn people? All right. And just say it's not all of them and move on like it's nothing. We're all going to pray to God for these people's souls who don't belong to be dead. They don't belong to be dead in a cage or having their head cut off or anything else. All right. These people want us dead, period. So depending on who you're talking to, I don't know who that is, but I can read. And I've read not the entire Quran, of course, but I have read excerpts from it, and ain't none of it good. None of it. If you're Jerry from Chiefland, who that's all I am. And that's all everybody here is. Alan from Mississippi, Larry Burns from Canada, Robert from Minnesota, okay, Jen from Idaho. And they don't care who we are. They don't care if you're a rah-rah for Hamas. They don't care if you're rah-rah for the poor put upon Muslim. They don't care about any of that because they'll turn around and stick a knife in you or they'll cut your head off. Okay? And while you're sitting there saying it's not all of them and you shouldn't do that, I can't do that, that's fine. Don't do it. Me, I prefer to err on the side of safety and just put a bullet in them. You can think that's horrible. You can think whatever you want of it. I don't care because I have news for you. They're going to err on the same side and they're going to put a bullet in me if I don't put one in them first. And they may not do it today. They may not do it tomorrow, but they're overtaking everything in this country. They've taken over cities. They're in the government. And they can't be touched no matter what they say. I'm sorry. I don't want to see myself, my family, or my friends killed because our government can't seem to get it through its head that these people are just no good. You go in, you bomb them again, you bomb them again, you take their oil, which is the only damn reason we care about over there. You take the oil, and now you have no more problems. And the ones here with their Korans and telling us how much they love us and everything, they're lying. Okay. The mosques all need to be investigated and raided. Every single terrorist attack on this soil. Every single one. Somewhere there's a mosque that taught them to riled them up to do that. Okay? And it's a fact. It's not just something I'm making up in my head. Everyone who's done something here is known by the FBI or the CIA or whoever. Everyone. It doesn't matter after the fact. The FBI can go and find people that were at J6 and throw them in jail and take away all their rights, but they can't go find a Muslim and to do the same thing who actually may do some damage to this country. I find that despicable. That guy who jumped out of that World Trade Center, that's why I hate him. People forget this stuff. And under no circumstances should they. That video should be on TV every single day of the week. I can't imagine having to make that particular decision. Or the people in the airplane that just crashed in the field in Pennsylvania because they were going to try to stop these people from doing something else. Now, you can have your opinion on what happened on 9/11, but there were still a bunch of terrorists involved. Okay, and they did fly airplanes into the building. They flew them into the Pentagon. We forget. I heard somebody say, yeah, we want to be friends with everybody. Yeah, not me. I don't want to be friends with bad people. Period. I have absolutely no use for these people. And I will say that every time I'm on air where I'm allowed to. They are useless to the world. They give the world nothing. Turn around, look at Israel. You look at America. We're supporting half the countries in this world. Israel's giving great things to this world. America has given great things to this world. The Muslims have given us nothing but death, tears, blood, guts, and rolling heads. When's the last time you heard about the all-Muslim, orchestra that gives beautiful music to the world? No. Don't hear about that, do you? Nothing but hate. And I, for one, am sick of hate.
I think the only thing we got is oil. And I don't know if they gave it to us or we took it. But that's as far as I got. It's sad. We're being very deceived.
William,
Yeah.
it's your turn to speak for a few.
Well,
if you wish.
like Jerry said, hey, everybody, that's one of the wonderful things about living in America. I mean, you're free to have your own opinion. I mean, none of us are supposed to. Sometimes we get on the same accord, but we're not supposed to get on the same accord. We all have our own way of thinking for whatever reasons. And me personally, I don't hold nobody's opinions against them, just like I don't want nobody to hold my opinions against me. That's all. And the only thing I would say about when it comes to the Quran and the Muslims, not all Christians carry their Bible and do everything the Bible says. So I wouldn't say all Muslims carry the Quran and do everything the Quran says either. That's all.
Okay. Jerry? Your mic's off again, Jerry.
I know it goes off because it keeps me shut up. Let Jen talk.
Okay, Jen.
Pardon me, mine was off because I have a busy family in the kitchen. Anyhow, no. Is your broadcast almost over? Because I have to go to the bathroom.
Almost.
But I wanted
All right,
to
Jen.
say,
Why do we do this, Jen? Why don't you take your closing comments time? Go ahead.
Okay.
You're right. We're getting too close to 9:00.
Okay, I just wanted to say thank you for having me on and keep your eye on the ball, the United States, and protect your part of it. Yeah, what's that? The Trump. Yeah, the
So
Trump ball.
Christmas
Yeah,
ornament. Trump Christmas ornament that my wife and daughter-in-law will be selling, and it's a red ornament with white lettering on it. As you can see, Trump 2024. If you want one, I think they're $4 plus whatever it costs to ship it to you. Let me know. Just message me.
the black F-bomb that they made is that they're selling
The black
that too?
F-bomb that they made is an ornament. I don't know how much it is,
Okay.
but I also some are being crocheted, and
Right. The wick, she said.
yeah.
It looks like
Some of them are being
some,
crocheted.
yeah, it's cute. It looks like the old bomb from
Yep.
Natasha and Boris.
Yep.
Yeah, it was
All right, but I cut
funny.
you off, so go ahead, Brett. Do your
Yeah, I wanted to say
your
thanks for
closing.
watching. This has been great. Keep your eye on the ball.
All right. And
Good night, guys.
All right, Jen. Thanks for coming. Next Tuesday, if you can.
Good night, Jane.
Good night. Bye. Bye, Jerry.
All
See you
right.
tomorrow.
Let's drop down to
Good night,
Mr.
Jen.
Let's
Hopefully
drop
see you
down to
tomorrow.
Mr. William.
As always, it's been a pleasure. And and remember, hey, I don't take none of this stuff personal, so I hope you don't take it personal either. And look forward to the next time, man.
All right.
At the end of the day, hey, we all in this together. That's one thing we got to remember. We all in this thing together.
Yeah. All right, William, we will see you the next time we see you. You're welcome. Let's see, our next one is Tuesday. You're always welcome to pop back for that as well.
All right, good night, Big Jerry.
You're also welcome on the American Rebellion anytime you want to come on. Just let me know. I'll send you the link.
All right, my brother, I will definitely do that. What nights are you on the air?
Same as he was here. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday
Got
at
it.
7 p.m.
Yeah, we're on
Go
Rumble.
ahead, Jerry. Yep.
We're on Rumble now. Same nights, 7 p.m. Eastern, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Be on tomorrow night. I understand you're starting the show, so if you could send me the link to it, I'd definitely want to listen to it afterwards. I'd appreciate it. I actually like you. I
Hey,
do.
well,
It's
hey,
just
get a good look at this. Get a good look at this face, because if you ever see me in the crowd of Muslims, I want you to make sure you miss me. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. William.
Hey, love you guys, man. Y'all have a good one.
Take care.
All right. Take care.
care.
All right. And whoops, wait a minute. And what do you want to say, Mr. Michaels?
Well, first of all, Dave, I apologize for going off. I just
Never apologize.
it sounded like an insinuation, not a. It sounded like an insinuation, not a direct, comment, I guess, or quote or something. And I don't play that game. I like who I like. I still like him. I actually think he has a lot of really intelligent shit to say. I do. But I'm not going to apologize for what I know I heard. I just don't care.
Yep.
I don't like it when I do it on someone else's show. That's not right. And so I apologize to you for that. And I do thank you for letting me on 5 times, because I did try. It's bad weather here, and we all know what that means here. So
when it rains up here in northern Florida, it pours where you are in central Florida.
Well, it actually rained all day. It wasn't pouring, but it was, I guess you'd call it steady. And it stopped like once right before I came back here to, get the link and everything. And then it started again. So that didn't help. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for letting me on again. And I hope to see you tomorrow night. I will send you a link.
Please.
Feel free to send it to Ray if he wants to come on. I don't know what time he's coming on, but
I don't either, but I will make sure.
Well, whatever. Hopefully I'll be able to watch that too. I'm trying to get into watching some more other people because at least get some ideas and see whatever other people have to say again, because I used to watch a lot of these and I don't anymore, and I think that's I think you need to start watching stuff. So anyway,
all right.
I want to thank everybody over from the Rebellion. Thank you guys. You all have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern. Thanks, Dave.
All right, Jerry. Take care. I hope your wife is doing well. And Jamie Lawless says that they had a beautiful, almost 70-degree day of weather up there in Minneapolis. Oh, God love you. I don't know. I didn't go outside today. It was kind of gray, and I didn't even want to look outside when I got up this morning, so I didn't go look. But hey, it is what it is. I mean, I think we get loud. I get loud on just about anybody else's broadcast that I'm on. And we talk, and everybody is happy again. And I've always thought that this is the kind of thing where, we may all come on and we may all disagree and yell at each other and at each other and cut each other off. And at the end of the broadcast, I could see us all in the bar laughing about just laughing about the broadcast. We are friends. We're open to anybody who ever wants to come on. And I say that realistically. I mean, I've been saying that for 4 years too. We got, I think, 8 cameras. Sometimes it's 10 cameras, but usually it's 8. And even if you watch and you want to come on one night and be a member of the panel, you're more than welcome. And if you want to become a member of the panel, you're more than welcome to become a member of the panel. Anyway, I lost my thought. Karen Hackley, my buddy from, there she is. Karen Hackley tuned in late. But Karen is down in Texas, and even if she misses the broadcast, she will watch the rerun, and she will put her comments into the podcast, and I have to go back and watch the whole podcast because I want to see what she said and make sure the next time I'm on that we address it. But anyway, I appreciate that, and share the broadcast. I tell everybody, we may yell, we may scream, I may yell, I may scream, but you know what? We're just a bunch of everyday Americans doing what we think we need to do, saying what we think we need to say, and everybody gets a chance to come and speak their view or rebut any portion of the program that you ever hear. So on that note, this is the part of the program where I say you have been watching Boogie with the Bull Thursday Night Live, a copyrighted presentation of the No Budget Broadcasting Company. We own everything. We own the copyright to everything you saw from 7 p.m. until 9 p.m. this evening. We didn't violate anybody's copyrights, and if we did, then please let me know, and I will apologize and probably violate it again. That's the beauty of having dementia, But anyway, Robert Lawless, the Minnesota Madman, comes up with the best phrase of the night. Don't apologize. Say what you mean what you say, and stand your ground. Maybe other people will agree with you one day. Maybe they won't. Jack Alexander is watching from Australia. Make sure you catch the Jack Alexander experiment. If you see it posted on Facebook, make sure you catch it and watch it. He's a great guy, and I'll talk to him in the next day or so, maybe if he's around. And 7 p.m. Eastern on a Tuesday or Thursday is good for Jack. We'll get Jack on. Izzy, you're welcome Izzy, you're welcome to come on if you're someplace where you can come on. Check out Izzy's group. Check out Izzy's group, American Patriots, here on Facebook. And if you're in the group and you see it, share it in all the other groups that you're in. Put it on your profile and share it. Alan McMillan will be here, I'm sure. Well, tomorrow he'll be watching the American Rebellion, or what I call the American Rumble now, because it's now Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday over on Rumble. You can get a link from Jerry, and you can share it on Facebook if you want. That will make everybody happy. And let's see. Speaking of the American Rebellion, they are embedded in the Boogie with the Bull True Patriot Talk group over on Streetlock, STREETLOC.com, streetlock.com, one of my other homes, a well-run conservative patriot network put together by conservative patriots without any of the Facebook BS that you have to deal with over here. So go over there and take a look at streetlock.com, STREETLOC, streetlock.com, or message me and I'll give you a link that will bring you right in. Also, the Bill Muckler Show, which runs Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. in the afternoon, is podcast is available earlier in the day. I don't remember exactly what time. I think it's around 11:30. It's posted on Next Gen, the network that he's on. So you can go watch it there, and you can also watch all of his previous broadcasts. Same with us. We're embedded over on Street Lock, the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel, or you can go to the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel anytime, subscribe to the channel, and watch and take any one of the broadcasts if you want and put it on Facebook and go put it someplace else. But once again, make sure everybody got to see this. This is the red sparkly Trump 2024 Christmas ornament. I was told $4 plus shipping to wherever you have to have it shipped to. That is available anytime people want to order one. If you want one, you can get a hold of me, and I'll give you Venmo information, and you can Venmo me that way, because that's what people do these days. Everybody Venmos everybody everything, and one of these days, I hope that we'll all figure this out. We'll be happy, and everybody will be happy together, and everybody will understand that everybody is everybody, and they may not be the way you are, and you aren't the way they are, but you know what? We'll have one earth, and we kind of want to stay living on it as long as we can and not worry about one day that everybody's just going to blow it up and destroy it. Tina Scott, good night, everybody. Have a good evening. Pleasure to have you watching, Tina. And so don't forget, tomorrow is Friday. So the American Rebellion, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., 9:30 p.m., 10 p.m., whenever they go, but 7 to 9 usually Eastern time, so adjust your time accordingly. And Jerry will be there. He's the host. Jen will probably be there. I will probably try to be there for some of it. And take this broadcast and share it where you think people are going to get a good laugh out of it. And, if you decide you ever want to come on a broadcast, let me know. If you want to just laugh about it, then laugh. We never tell you what to think. We just tell you what other people are thinking and give you the option to decide for yourself. So, from beautiful Fleming Island, Florida, the home of Boogie with the Bull, I'm going to say double V's for victory. This Boogie with the Bull broadcast is going to come to an end. Hit that and say one more time, double V's for victory. This Boogie with the Bull broadcast did